everybody, I'm Hippy McBeatnik, and welcome to GMod Art. I'm filling in for Frank McBritishperson. Today we're gonna change how we do art on this program. I've noticed a lot of people have been kinda just doing whatever, and today we're gonna focus on how to really feel the art, man, because that's what the art's all about. It's all about the feeling. So first we're gonna get a character who really knows how to feel. A zombie. Now this zombie is just really deep, man, because that's what it takes to really think about your art, to really feel it. You just want to be able to look up at the sky like this guy's doing and just say, why me? And just look up at him and be like, I'm so insignificant, look at that. There's so much out there and I'm just one little zombie with a bunch of blood on his clothes and some claws. So we got this zombie deep in feeling. We're gonna need another character who's just as into emotions as this zombie is. So after this zombie, we want to get ourselves a prop that really expresses emotion really well. And nothing expresses emotion better than a couch. Couches really don't care because they're inanimate objects, but in that lack of caring, there's actually a deeper caring that we're not aware of in our physical existence. So couches are like the best thing to have in this situation. And as everyone knows, couches are constantly in contact with the asses of various individuals, so they're feeling things all the time. Especially asses. Now this guy really wanted to feel things, so he actually took some drugs beforehand. Now drugs are not always the answer, but this guy thought they were, so he's there tripping out on the couch and he's like, whoa, why me? This couch is, whoa, look at the universe, it's insane. He's having kind of a hard time focusing on things, so he's staring up at the sky. There's gonna be a lot of staring up at the sky because that's what really deep people do. Now if we're gonna evoke emotions, we really need to have characters that are in love with each other. So we're gonna get two of the most obviously in love characters in existence. G-Man and that guy. So we got these two characters and they're just gonna be standing side by side looking deep into each other's eyes, really feeling everything that the other is feeling. And we got G-Man with his arm right over the doctor, of course, because that's important. Stare into his eyes longingly. G-Man here is staring real deeply at Dr. Breen, and Breen's feeling all these conflicting emotions cause he's never done this sort of thing before. So yeah, as you can see, Breen now has a very confused look on his face. He's never felt as many emotions as he's feeling right now. Now we need a character who really emphasizes the pain that comes with emotions. So we've got the amnesia monster here. The amnesia monster has obviously been through a lot of torture. He's gonna be on his knees if we can get him that way. So the amnesia monster is here. He's so sad. You can see by the way he's looking, well not really looking because he's got no eyeballs, but you can see by the way he's looking up into the sky longingly. He's just shouting, no, why me, universe? And that's about the deepest thing you can feel in any given moment. Let's take a little break and play our bongo because it's important to play the bongos while you're making art. This is actually a djembe. Doesn't matter. It's all the same drum when you really feel it. In any work of art where there's gonna be true emotion, you need a character who don't feel shit. So we're gonna get ourselves a Dementor here and he's gonna be floating around. Now the addition of the Dementor totally changes up the dynamic completely because these two guys are very clearly looking in the direction of the Dementor. So this guy is not only staring into the sky wondering what his purpose is in this life, but he's staring up there because the Dementor is about to French kiss him. And as everyone knows, the French kiss is even worse than the normal kiss. You go to a place that motherfuckers ain't even heard of yet when you get French kissed by a Dementor. And of course it has to be the French kiss because that's deep and emotional and lots of people French kiss. Now we need a character in this situation that feels the most out of any of these characters, and that is the most deep. So we've gotten ourselves a robot from the future that kills people because it was programmed that way. Now some people may be saying, hey, it's a robot, it don't got no feelings. Didn't you see Terminator 2 or 3? It's very obvious this robot had feelings anyway, so we got the robot in here, and it's holding a skull. It did, of course, kill someone, and you can't really tell by looking because of the sunglasses, but it's totally sad they just had to kill someone. Or happy, depending on the moment in the timeline that it's in. We'll say that this is Terminator 2 and 3 because that's deeper and emotional. And then we got this watermelon that's on the ground, right? And the watermelon is a watermelon. And as a final touch, actually, I know I said a couple of things ago that it was the final thing, but we just need a couple more things to really tie this work of emotional art together. We're gonna need a zombie there and a zombie there. They were just killed. No one really cares, but keep in mind, if there were zombies, people would be killing each other, people would be killing zombies, there would be all sorts of panic that's going on, and that's super emotional. Has anyone seen The Walking Dead? I think you know what I'm talking about when I say zombies are really freaking emotional. Zombies at my picnic. Never gonna live a lie. Feeding all the government conspiracies. When I'm gonna cry. Actually, I lied. One more final touch. This guy's green now. Because, as Kermit the Frog told us, it ain't easy being green. And that's super goddamn deep. Now, unfortunately, we decided to do this in a big city for some reason, so we don't really have a backdrop that suits it. So I put this green screen in there. Hopefully that'll make things a little bit better. It's not going to cover everything. It's going to look really weird, but let's see. Let's throw in something really deep and emotional into this thing. How about this? Yeah, it's real deep. All right, so last thing, of course, we have to get a couple of pictures. We got to really sum this up. Let's just go over again because the other guys do it. Let's go over everything that's happening in this photo. Now, we got the most emotional character in freaking cinema history, the Terminator, and he's here holding a skull. Really remorseful that he's killed someone and is now holding their skull. Or maybe it's John Connor's skull in the future. We don't even know. We got Kermit the Frog here who's been tortured and is now staring at the sky going, no, it ain't easy being green. Now we got this zombie here. He's about to feel the French kiss of death from the Dementor. The Dementor's French kiss. Everyone knows, as stated previously, that the French kiss is to a regular Dementor's kiss what a horse is to a pony. Full horses are much bigger than ponies is the point. So it's more important or something. So he's about to feel that kiss and he's like, no, why me? I'm just a zombie, bro. We gotta get a picture of him staring up at the Dementor too. Now couches just evoke emotions in us that we've never before experienced. So we've got the couch here and we got a guy sitting on the couch getting felt up by the couch. He's staring up at the sky, he just took a whole bunch of drugs and he's wondering, why is this couch touching me and when does the universe end? And what's a story without some love? So we've got Breen and the G-Man and they hanging out here. Breen, of course, is a little bit confused. He's never done this before. And of course, the G-Man's just like, trust me, I'm a professional. And then we got the watermelon on the ground, which of course is a watermelon. And we got two zombies here, of course. Why wouldn't we have zombies? Walking Dead, need I say more? And let's get one final shot with everyone in there. So that's it for this episode of GMod Art. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really had a fun time really feeling. The point here is not to really overthink any of these things. You just want to really take them in, grab your bongo. You're gonna sip some coffee with your bongo. And that's gonna get your brain in the feeling mode. So I wrote one poem to wrap this all up. It goes something like this. You split me in two. I ain't nothing but a machine, filled with anguish at the way I scream. That's copyrighted, by the way. Please don't steal that work of art. So let me know what you guys were feeling. Post it in the comment section below. It's really important we share and express all of our feelings with each other, so I want to know what you think. And thank you so much for watching. If you turn on annotations with that little button in the bottom right corner, there's totally buttons that you can push at the top right of the video to see some other games and some deep emotional stuff, and a couple more buttons right after I say peace. Oh, I see. You've got something above this thing. Okay, that's what I gotta do. That's what I gotta do. I gotta go above. I didn't even do anything.